21st. And yesterday on May 31st, the folks at MotiveWave released version 3.4.4. And if you take a look at the release notes, you'll see that they've added some features to the alerts, which I'll run through. A fix for the people at MB who are using MB Trading as their broker and we're having some login fails. I can tell you also that there's been some improvements for people who trade using MotiveWave and use TD Ameritrade for their broker. There's some fixes there to support options trading, triggering off alerts. The news viewer has been improved. Google, Yahoo added support for Mexican stocks, and the object viewer added the ability to edit the properties from the object viewer. So I'm going to go through all of those updates for you, and we're going to start with alerts. If you right click in the edge to create an alert, you'll see that in the indicators they've added the day's high, the day's low, the day's open, the daily close, the 52-week high, and the 52-week low. I think adding the daily high is particularly good, so I set all the time to cross above the daily high, and I'll set one to do the same to cross below the daily low. Click OK, and it's set right here. So that is going to move dynamically as new highs are made during the day if you click Trigger Multiple. So that's a very cool feature. The other feature is for alerts to expire. So if you go into the Advanced tab, you can pick your own time zone or use the default New York. Enable the expire so that you can have an alert expire perhaps next Friday. You're only interested in this if price goes above it by 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon. You can also set 2 different session times, and you can put the time frames during the day when you want this alert to be active. Maybe you only want it to be active in the first 30 minutes and the last 30 minutes. So you could set them that way. And you can set those as your default if you'd like. The next update is the news viewer. And if you look in the news, let me just expand this here. The news viewer has been updated, and I use TD Ameritrade as my news viewer. So there's no news coming through on Sunday. So I'd like you just to take a look at the news viewer at your own time. The other is the object viewer. So I'm going to go back to my Microsoft chart. And if I have, let me go to something that has a few more objects on it, like Apple. Let's go into the object viewer. And here, I believe you can say that view object viewer is probably in here. But because I use it a lot, I also keep it as an icon in the toolbar. So you view all of your objects. You can choose to view only the extensions or only the notes and whether they're visible or not. So now you can go into these different objects. You can double click on them and you can edit your notes. You can also choose visibility. So you can say, I only want my notes to be available on the one-day chart. And that one note, if you want to do all of them, it's a simple matter of highlighting them all, right-clicking on visibility, and choosing your visibility. So those are the updates in 3.4.4. I encourage you to download it right away. And it's nice to know that the Java runtime is embedded in MotiveWave, so you don't have to worry about whether you're using the current version of Java. MotiveWave takes care of that for you.